keeper of his conscience, the courier of his news, that we look for strength and assistance. Without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive. Fight for what's right. Fight for your life.
All right. Trying to get the V-Mix working here, brother. What's going on?
Oh, wow.
Good morning.
Airborne. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Patriots.
Technical difficulties, eh?
Well, I don't know what's going on. It's weird.
Huh.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah, something. All right, so let me shut that down and just try this. I'll pull it back in. I'm going to do... so, lots of stuff breaking while I try to navigate this. Let me see here. Social. I'm going to go to social tab. Lots of stuff. 4K will do that. And there we go. And then if I do this, does it show up? No, it doesn't.
Oh, you're trying to display the phone there?
No, just trying to get the text messaging, but for some reason I'm having issues.
Huh.
It's not pulling up. It's really odd. All right, so we'll just leave that shut down for today. Anyway, we're going to be doing possibly, well, for sure, 100%. We're going to try some phone calls here in a little bit. We'll get to our news cycle like we like to do. I have several things. I know we were garage talking a little bit last night. Woodman, I sent you over some stuff. So let's just jump right into that. All right, you guys, you need to pay attention here. We're going to show a little clip, nothing long, about a minute.
Definitely pay attention.
Got about 70 in the room. Good morning, mods. I see Face. I see Danielle Bird. Man, I can't wake up. Get your coffee. L's in the room. We got Watchful Warrior.
All right.
Awesome. You guys hearing us good? Is it 5 of 5? Everything's sounding good. It's been a while for the phone calls, so we'll have to play that by ear. Make sure it works. I sound really quiet. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it says 5 to 5, so...
Yeah, no, people are hearing it loud and clear. We're sounding good. And, all right, we got about 76 in the room. I'm going to wait till right around 100. We'll get 100 in the room. That way you guys are the first 100. You might have seen this posted here and there. It's been happening all weekend, but it's going to be huge.
A lot of crumbs coming out. Man, holy cow.
And the IG, I'm going to go ahead and say this. The IG report's due out Friday. And that's going to be so much more than just FISA abuse. Oh, man, it's going to be huge. So I want to show that clip as well. I'll get that queued up here in a minute. I'll do it now while we're waiting. We got about 82 I'm seeing. Give us 16, 17 more. We'll be right around 99, 100.
All righty. All righty.
What do I want here? I want let me see if I can find this. IG report. Friday. Does that come up for me that easy? Of course not.
Of course not. Why should it, you know? Popcorn time, people. Really, can pay attention during this week and Friday. Popcorn. Of course, it's going to carry through the weekend anyhow.
Marie.
Things are popping. Popping and hopping.
All right, we'll look around for that in a minute. We'll, all right, we're good enough. We got, like, I think, let me see, let it refresh. I think I'm seeing about 90. All right, so, hold on here. All right, let's do this here. We'll watch this. This is OAN, One American News Network.
Group Project Veritas has devoted itself to exposing corruption and conservative censorship on Capitol Hill. One America's Jack Posobiec spoke with the group's CEO, James O'Keefe, and has more from Miami.
Here at American Priority Festival, catching up with the founder and CEO of Project Veritas, the one and only James O'Keefe. James, thank you so much for being on with us, One American News.
Thanks, Jack.
I understand that you've got a new project that you're about to release, but you haven't made it public yet. Can you tell us anything?
Yeah, we're doing this Be Brave campaign, this Be Brave, where people can sign up to be insiders and wear cameras. And we've done 4 of these stories this year: Pinterest, Google, Facebook, Silicon Valley. And now another person has come forward, donned the hidden camera, and recorded their interactions with a bunch of folks inside of a very significant 3-letter organization. I can't make the announcement here right now, but it'll be coming out next week, and it's a big story. We think it'll be the biggest story of the year that we've done, and this one really cuts to the beating heart of some of the things that we're talking about.
Now, when you say 3-letter agency, that gets people thinking government.
Right. Well, 3 letters. Some people have speculated it's a news bureau, and there's a few of those, and some people have speculated it's a government agency, but it's when everyone knows what it is, they'll be quite jubilant that we have been on the inside recording. And this is not one of our full-time reporters, because Project Veritas does have these undercover people across the United States. This is one of their employees that has decided to go public.
As we're going into, it's 2019, the end of 2019, we're going into 2020. Do you guys see any expansion going into the election year? Do you see any more activity?
That Veritas is growing. It's a movement of transparency, and I think the thing that makes me most excited are these brave insiders. These are guys who are willing to lose their jobs for a cause greater than themselves, and they put the camera on, and they're already on the inside. It's hard for us to get there, so they give us the access, and that's a big, very rewarding thing.
Yeah, they have the placement, they're giving you the access.
They have the access, yep.
Now, we actually met, it was over the issue of the deplorable and Antifa and everything that was going on there. But Antifa hasn't gone away. I mean, those guys got arrested, thank God. But Antifa's still around. Do you have any plans to have Antifa in your crosshairs?
Well, I think one of these days, Jack, we're going to have one of these Antifa guys turn on Antifa and wear the camera. That's the future.
It's really only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time. There's a huge movement, but getting into their ranks is very hard. Having somebody who's already a part of it defect, and that's the Be Brave campaign. You could actually send us a note, veritastips@protonmail.com. If you're watching this and you're a member of Antifa and you want to wear one of those cameras, I'm serious, you want to wear one of those cameras, that's how you can save the country, expose the truth, and make society more ethical and transparent. So that's the future, is this Be Brave campaign, and that's going to happen this week with a big, big story coming out.
James O'Keefe, Project Veritas, thank you so much for your do. God bless you guys.
Want to see more videos like this?
Hey, real quick, one announcement. Because of what Eric did, another person came to us on the inside. He came to us. We're proud to announce the next insider who will blow the whistle. He's been recording for months. All of his colleagues, his bosses, his senior people. This may be the biggest story Project Veritas has ever broke. Next week, the next insider who will blow the whistle on the next organization is within CNN.
All right.
That is big. That is big.
It's gonna be huge. And again, like he said, it wasn't somebody that they got to go sneak inside of CNN, and then, you know, that would be one angle that they could, oh, this is somebody they placed inside of our ranks. No, this is somebody that was already in there that decided they couldn't take it anymore. We talked about, you know, I would imagine some of these people are punching themselves in the face every night when they are looking in the mirror. You know, like, my life sucks, you know, boof, boof. Working at CNN, having to, you know, play this narrative. So we don't know who it is. Is it a no name? Is it one of the big people we see on their, you know, nightly news programs? I don't know. But this is going to be huge. Lots of conversation, lots of possible, well, this ain't the right thing to do, you know, off the cameras. Well, it don't matter. This is our narrative, damn it. Well, you know, Trump's wrong at all costs. I mean, what are we going to hear? What are we going to see? What are we going to find out? Things we already knew. It's just going to be validated, put into perspective, I would imagine.
Yep.
This could be the nail in the final coffin for these people. I mean, CNN's already been going through layoffs and hard times, right, Woodman? I mean, why is that?
Yep. Well, for one, they're dropping like a rock.
Why are they not surviving? What's going on?
Credibility out the door. Doors wide open. It just fell right out.
Credibility's just kind of seeping out of their building for the last 10 years.
You know it.
Unbelievable. Did you happen to, by the way, see the video yesterday on the shooting, the Family Dollar or Dollar General, Family Dollar, Dollar General video I did yesterday?
Oh yeah.
What do you think of that?
Where the guy shot him. Well, I'll tell you what was really crazy was the victim, or I can't say victim, the robber's sister was freaking out. You know, you should have just called the cop. You can't just kill people. And listen, she said, so he was robbing the place, armed robbery. What that? Come on.
So what?
Armed robbery.
No, she made a point. She made a point that you can't go into work with a gun to do things on your own. It's like he shouldn't have had a gun at his workplace. Well, your brother shouldn't have had a gun at that dude's workplace. I mean, what's up with that?
He didn't plan to shoot anybody. He just, you know, he has a permit to carry, and by golly, he's
that's what I'm saying.
No,
I'm just saying that's her logic, that this people shouldn't plan for their safety and have things like that. He shouldn't have had a gun at the workplace. And I'm like, well, neither should your brother. Well, it don't matter. You know, I don't know what her excuse is for that. I get it. She was emotional. People are emotional. Your brother just, you know, but then you find the facts out. Like, this is, you know, that family, there's 10 kids. 2 of them have now lost their life to gun violence. Are they prone to this, or is it, you know, upbringing as far as, hey, you know, don't take guns into places, don't point guns in people's faces, don't try to take things that don't belong to you. There's lots of I mean, hey, bottom line is, if this guy didn't go into a Dollar General brandishing his gun, shoving it into employees' faces, this never would have happened.
Right.
That's the main point. She acted like, well, so what? He was robbing this place. You need to call the cops. What, would your brother have allowed somebody to pick up the phone and call the cops, is what you're saying? Maybe he would have shot them. I don't know. I get it. There's emotion, raw emotion there going on. And of course, you know, any family member that just loses somebody, they're not real logical. But you can take this into the, there's a series that airs on like A&E for the last 10 years, you know, family members addicted to drugs, and then the families, like, the show's based around them, like, sitting that person down and, you know, having that, what do you call that moment of where you intervene, you know, I can't remember the name of the show, but they basically do that. And you see a lot of these shows throughout the years I've watched where the mothers are, you know, their kid does no wrong. The rest of the family's like, blah, 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 and the mom's making excuses, and you see it a lot. And that's just a mother and their child. You get it. You know, you don't want to accept that they're doing wrong. You want them to, you make excuses, you give them the money, you know, they're going to get the drugs, you're feeding their addictions, you're an enabler. Yeah, but yeah, intervention, Danielle Bird says, and that's what I thought, intervention. So, you see that with drug use and all that, where parents will make excuses for the kids, actually enable them because whatever reasons, all right? And you get the same, like, I don't know if it's the best thing to put the family on the channels right after something like that. All they care about is their dead sibling. He could do no wrong. It's like, well, he went into the place with a gun, pointing in people's faces, and somebody else pulled their gun out and was a little quicker on the draw. And even, I guess, reports are this guy fired back. So the gun was loaded. It wasn't like it was just, yeah, he went in there with an unloaded gun. He just wanted some stuff. Well, you can't do that.
Well, if it was reversed, think about what they would say. Well, we had to shoot him because, the police wouldn't get there soon enough. You know what I mean?
That's the mentality that I got out of that is no, why would you, this is the people that say nobody needs to have a gun, call the cops. But yet the criminal has the gun. Well, yeah, he, so what? That, I don't know, you want to say so what to that? Why is it only the law-abiding people need to follow the rules? And then if you're breaking the rules, you're just breaking them. Because it's like, well, he shouldn't have had a gun in his workplace. Nope, actually the police came out, they're like, he was authorized to carry the gun. This store is a private company. It's up to the store owner to say whether he wants to press charges, but they actually allow in their training program at their work, they probably encourage employees that are lawful abiding citizens to carry guns and to help them not be robbed and to save lives. They understand that. This is a decision that the owner had made, and it might be part of store policy. Who knows? And for somebody to act like the law-abiding person has no right to defend their store, their employees, and you should call the cops. Well, like we said, cops aren't going to be called while guns are pointed at you. No criminal allows that to happen. You get shot.
Wait a minute. No, you can always say, hang on a minute. I got to make this phone call real quick. I'm going to call 911.
Time out. Don't shoot me.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The people that don't want you to have guns would, man. Some of these people, not everybody, the ones that are like, you don't need that. You shouldn't do that. Blah, 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 blah. Then they talk about the first thing they do when they wake up and houses getting broken into. You're calling somebody with a gun. And everyone acts like, well, yeah, they're the trained people with guns. We're talking about everyone should be trained with guns. This is our Second Amendment. We're not turning that right over. The police, their motto around the country is to protect and to serve, but you have the right to protect yourself as well. You don't have to rely on a 15 to 20 minute, if you can make that phone call and then wait that amount of response time.
Right.
There's not, this shows that this is how it works sometimes. And people need to be aware of that. That's all. The emotional sister, it was funny as it was, highly uneducated in the matter of what's going on. Totally made excuses for the brother. He went in there to go rob it. So what? Only one to talk. She couldn't believe that her brother met resistance when he went to go do something illegal. And was actually making excuses for like, that guy shouldn't have had a gun. Had my brother known that he had a gun, he might have not have gone done that. You got to assume people have a gun. And I mean, you reverse this, like you said, well, what if it had been two of them? The brother, the victim, the assailant, the robber that got killed. He had a couple of buddies with him. Now, even if the store clerk would have shot one of the buddies and the one brother lived, you get charged with that. You know how that works? The whole, we're going to go commit a felony together. And the store owner shoots the other guy, and time again, the other robberies or burglars, they get charged with the other deaths of their cohorts. And it's like, well, I didn't shoot with my own gun. People think that's crazy. Well, we went to go commit a felony and somebody ended up dead. Yes, we're going to be charged with that. They would have had a heyday with that one if that had been the case. She even said it. My brother has some fault, but not all. No, 100% is on him. He created this whole situation. That store clerk owner with his law-abiding gun never would have pulled it out had a criminal not entered the store. Right. So, all right, we'll beat that to a dead horse. You guys are right. You cannot fix stupid. It kind of fixes itself sometimes. And in this case, I mean, that was quick justice served. Would you not agree?
I agree. By the way, everybody, today is Columbus Day. And according to my calendar, it says honor veterans, fly the flag. Columbus Day.
Is it? Oh yeah, some people are calling this Indigenous Day, and with all the changing times. But yeah, history books are possibly obscured. We know there's all kinds of stories of Columbus and Americo Vespucci and or whatever.
Yep.
But no, that's fly the flags are saying. Lots of mods in the room on this morning. This is great. What was I going to say on? So then, yeah, I watched Maria Bartosma yesterday morning, Sunday morning. She had on Collins, I think Representative Collins, and they she was talking about that the IG's due out this coming Friday. She's been getting reports for her people inside DC, and that's why we're seeing this whole these people going on their social medias, Comeys, Brennans, Clappers, really bigly the last couple of weeks, almost in a somber manner, like, well, I was just doing my job, and Obama told me to do it. I mean, they're really like, should I be in trouble for just following my orders and doing my job? I mean, we thought Russia was invading the country digitally and helping on elections. I mean, so you ran with this fake stuff. Did you have to go on all these channels for 2 years like Shift and really promote it? I mean, I was taking, I think on Saturday I watched like 10 clips of Shift going around. So right now this is just a, the one reporter called it out to Shift too, like 8 months ago. He said something like, so right now this is just hopeful. He was like, no. I got evidence. He said he had evidence, and it's like, okay, well, where's this evidence at? The case is over. Mueller's done. They're saying this fumbling idiot. They also talk about this book or a chapter and stuff that's leaked out that, 9 months before Mueller was done, he sat there with Trump and Trump's lawyers and said, we have nothing on obstruction. There is none, or anything for Trump. And they're like, well, why don't you get this out to the American people? Started slamming their hands down. Trump's lawyers started slamming their hands down, screaming at Robert Mueller while he sat there looking, they said, out of it, like mentally not fit, just like, and then when, like he came out and everyone thought it was going to be a huge thing up on the Hill, and he sat there again, didn't know anything, talked really like a really fragile man that didn't write this paperwork that he was answering on because he didn't know anything. I mean, they're like, what the hell just went on here for 2 years? Like, they had his name there, but he didn't do anything. He didn't know anything. And they spent all this time, all this money. He admitted to Trump and Trump's lawyers a year before another year had to drag on, a year and a half, I think they said. So there are some huge issues here. And I think all this is going to be coming out on Friday. That's the point of me rambling on about all that. Friday, lots are going to come out. We've been seeing these bad people. Comey, I'd love to delete my Twitter, but, I want to see the president removed first. Boom, there's your motive again. You can't just delete your Twitter. You want to see president removed first. This guy can't stop. He's been fired. He's been let go. I never had no bias, but now he comes out and he's full-fledged bias. Now he can say, well, I'm not in any position. Well, dude, you've been doing this. You were lying about not having bias. Now you're here. You're doing it more. You can't just, your Twitter might remain, but he'll be gone. He's going to be gone. Justice is coming for that dude's ass, and he won't be able to tweet anymore. Let's put it that way. He'll be done tweet. Where he's going, they don't allow Twitter. Unless he gets a little burner phone that, he has to play with inside of his cell illegally. And that'd be his dumb, just chilling here in my 6x6 cell or whatever it
is. Well, he'd be hanging out with his buddies. Come on now.
So
he'd have friends around.
That's right. Just hanging out with Pelosi and Hill, So we now know the whistleblower that possibly tried to start this whole impeachment thing doesn't want to come forward. We know it's a CIA employee that basically was just spying on Trump. Fox News, by the way, this whole Shep Smith, tons of people coming out, even, Hannity trying to act respectful. It looks real nice. I think it's a bunch of crap. This dude was a shill. I think he was just a biased piece of crap. I don't have anything nice to say to him, so I won't say much at all. But they're saying Fox News, Shepard Smith was escorted out like a common criminal. Rupert Murdoch or whatever, the owner of Fox, they said like the DOJ, like Barr was there talking to him the day before, and then boom. I mean, they came and got Shep with a couple of their security and like escorted him out to the curb. He wasn't even allowed to go back to his office, his desk, nothing.
Bye-bye.
So
bye-bye. It
wasn't like they said, like he left and, it was a great time, moving on. No. Something bigger was going on. He was getting, did they present the evidence of his little, secure drop email, his little offshore account, the little narrative? Is this what was going on? And if so, what a great disservice, the scumbag. Again, they're all over. This isn't prone to CNN or MSNBC. Folks, we've known it. Fox News, all of them. There's only 6 owners left in the world. And people are like, how do you, Fox News is good. There's a couple of good shows somehow, some way that have managed to remain on air. I don't know how. Truly, I don't.
Be alert. That's all. Yeah.
So I'll read this one. Fox News escorted out like a common criminal. Shocking details about Fox News icon Shepard Smith. There was a surprise on-the-air resignation on Friday, and there's now leaking from Fox colleagues. Shep, was immediately escorted out of the building, one Fox insider told True Pundit. Absolutely no one knew what he planned to do, but literally minutes after he made the announcement on air, he was escorted from the building. Staff members who were shocked about Smith's resignation were further bewildered by the news icon being removed by security from the Fox News set and whisked out of the building onto the sidewalk. Smith wasn't even allowed to go back to his office. There were gasps in the newsroom. The Fox insider said there was total shock amongst cameramen all the way to just people in the room. Then Smith was approached by security on the set. And it never used to be this way under Roger. The Fox insider said they respected their employees, but the place has gone downhill now. It's total disrespect right out of the building in seconds. Smith did not stop to converse with emotional colleagues who wanted to wish him a farewell, and instead was just rushed right out of the building. It looked like he didn't want to be bothered, the insider said. He can be a prick like that. He's a guy with either love or hate. Fox brass sent out a hastily written thank you email to Shep and distributed it to all Fox employees about 1 minute before Smith's show ended, thanking him for his loyalty and dedication to the news channel conglomerate. So they then tossed Shep to the curb. So why did Smith resign? The story is developing. I don't know if he resigned, folks.
Coming out. Yep.
Probably one of those things where they were telling him they had some stuff on him, and he's like, I quit. Like, well, we were going to fire you anyway. Nope, I quit. All right. Well,
bye-bye. Either way, bye-bye.
All right, hold on.
This is what we're talking about. You have to stay alert. Don't believe everything you hear. You have to dig and dig. The truth is there. You just have to dig. Luckily, we had that young man that showed that clip this morning earlier. Whistleblowers. That's fantastic. CNN. Whoop, see ya. they're all going downhill fast anyway. Come on, you know. Everything they covered for the last couple of years has been bogus. Fictitious, bogus.
All right, we're going to open up the phone lines, folks. So
So it is to the
call in. Numbers down in the bottom left corner, 202-505-5198.
courier of his news, that we look for strength and assistance.
And we will
I just love that.
take some calls here.
Kennedy.
Let us know what you think about the IG report or the CNN Insider. What do you think it means for this week, throughout the week, to the end of the week? We know the 18th is what, Friday? The IG report's supposed to be due out. What's that going to show us? Is it going to be a bombshell? What happens on the 19th, the day after? Huge, huge. So if anyone's on their way
Popcorn
into
time.
work,
Popcorn time. Check it out, man. I got this different kind of popcorn now. It's called the Mix. It's really nice, people. Buttery, cheddar and caramel. The Mix. The Mix is actually great for the mixture of what's coming out. Info.
let me see it again. You sent me a picture of that, I think.
Yeah, it's really nice stuff. It's
The
called
Mix.
The Mix.
And,
Yeah.
you know, we don't condone them at all. They're not a sponsor, but
Well, I don't have the maker's name there.
yeah, no.
That's not the maker's name. It's just
It's just the mix.
Yeah.
Get in the mix.
It's good stuff. Yeah. Well, it's coming out.
Oh, just
The Mix.
to announce, before, if we get a call in here or not, phone lines are open. I think I got everything set up. I'm looking, I'm keeping an eye. But we do have a date for the Patriot Fest. Woodman, you got that date? You want to make that announcement?
Yeah, let me get my book out. Yeah,
Officially.
it will officially be Saturday, the 15th of August.
Now that's the ride and the actual retirement, but you know,
Right.
Friday night we'll be doing the show. So basically the weekend of August 14th, Friday night, August 15th.
Yeah.
And then the 16th is Sunday, the day to kind of get up and pack up and head out. So there's our dates, folks. Actual 15th is official Saturday date. But yeah, August 14th and 15th. August 14th through the 16th. Let's put that. But there you go. There's the weekend. I hope all of you can make it. Those of you that can. Again, August of 2020. August middle. Bristol, Indiana. Bristol American Legion, post 143. It's kind of a
Top of Indiana, the very top of Indiana.
North.
Or the middle.
Yep, north.
About 8 miles from Michigan.
Western.
So
I was going to say our Legion, for those of you want to camp, you're more than welcome to camp. There's people that this is like the 9th annual coming up for the Freedom Ride that takes place. All right. It's like it changes every year to year for the destination, about a 60-mile ride this past year. And there's people that are camping out for the weekend that are local Legion members or just people that are in support of the event. You guys are more than welcome to, depending on how many are coming from the channel, and you know, it's limited, but there's also hotels for those of you that do not like to camp. There's local hotels, there's RV camps and stuff, right? I mean, we got actual legit campgrounds right up the road, like, you know, with power and all that stuff. Ours is a little primitive for the 2 days that you'd be there. There's a pavilion that we have with restrooms and running water and stuff like that. There's a Legion there that's open for most of the day and into the evenings. We'll be serving food. We have beer gardens. We're going to be doing a live show that Friday. We're going to be doing some raffles. Saturdays, all kinds of events, raffles, bands. Possibly Friday night we'll have a band. We just need to get the number from you. So here in the next few days, I'll have a new email set up that's going to be specifically for this event. We're going to, you know, whatever I come up with for an email title, you guys will know. I'll get with Woodman. We're all working diligently in the background, folks. People at the Legion, Woodman as well. We're all, going to be putting in work to make sure this works out. When and where? We keep getting that question. It's going to be August of 2020. August 15th is the official Saturday. August 14th and 15th of 2020. First annual Patriot Fest, 9th annual Freedom Fest. Freedom Ride, I meant. Flag retirement. We do a flag retirement. If none of you have taken part of that, it is huge. It's something that you might want to see. It's touching. It's a proper way to retire flags that are flown their course.
Yep. Yep. Great time. Great time. Nice area,
Yeah, this time of year or that time of year. This year we had Fluid Pour Art by Greg. He came into town and he got to be part of it. So he was at this last one. He plans on being back with his family for this next one. He's going to be doing some paintings. We got a painting that we're going to be, give us a few days here. Now that we got the date, we can start moving forward with other things that we had planned, which we're kind of on standby for the last month or so, just kind of waiting. So
we're doing it. We're doing it.
All right. So we got the, we didn't know how a morning call-in would go. So we're seeing here, not too many people are awake to maybe call. So if it doesn't work out, we'll keep the lines open all week. And if not, we'll just continue back to like evening live shows, because I want to get back to live shows, live call-in shows. Also for the Patriot Fest, we plan on showing a 2-day live stream. We're going to try to pull that off. I already got one camera that, a GoPro that will be one of the wide angles. Depending on, we want to get a lot of footage as well. And that's why I'm going to task some of the mods to be a mob and go out into the mob. No, I'm going to task the mods with, I'll have cameras I'll hand you on that day. If you got some time, like, here, take this camera. That is not, take this camera and go into the crowd. Go interview a couple of the Patriots from the channel, where you have, hey. So we want to get a lot of this footage. And I'm going to be doing a lot. Like, we're going to have the vMix set up here in studio. We're going to be remoting in from the field. I'll be able to flip from one camera to another. Like, so when they do take a camera out into the group, we'll be able to hit buttons and then make it instantly. Their camera is going to be the live feed. And then when they're done with their interviews or talking to some of the crowd, we can flip back to the pavilion camera. So for those of you that can't make it, literally you just cannot make it this year, you'll be able to like tap in and see a little bit. Now, we can't promise how much you're going to be able to hear and see. If we have a camera permanently mounted in our pavilion and we have a band playing, unfortunately, we can't just stream that music. We'll get a hit. The live feed will probably be taken down before it ever gets started. So there'll be a lot of just, zero audio, or maybe I can have some soft Patriot Hour music that I can playing, but it'll still be a good time. And then when we're all said and done, we'll have something to put out. So, all right, we got an actual call here. Let's take this in.
All right.
Hey, welcome to the Patriot Hour. This is Mike and Woodman. Can you hear us?
I can hear you, Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
Hear me?
Yeah, I hear you real good.
I'm doing pretty good. This is EO2 Dave.
Well, what is up,
Ooh,
brother?
all right.
Glad to hear you. Can you hear Woodman too?
Yeah, I can hear Woodman. Good morning, Woodman.
Good morning, Dave. Well, thank you for the recognition, and I love what you're doing with us, man. Fantastic.
Well, thanks, man. I'm just doing what I can, and that's not much. Trust me. Listen, I had a little story to tell you, something that blew my mind the other day. I didn't know I should have expected it, but it blew my mind. I had tried to send a donation over the PayPal, and I sent you a message along with it. You know, they provide that little space where you can type in a message.
Yes.
So I typed in a message, and it was basically my thoughts and feelings about Trump had just said we were pulling out of Syria, and I said, well, you know, everybody's blowing this up. They're all getting all upset. And everybody's screaming, making all this noise, and we ain't even done anything yet. It only been 20 minutes since the president had made this announcement, and I know nobody moves that fast.
Yeah.
You know, I was in the military. So anyway, all of a sudden PayPal put a stop. They put a hold on the donation and asked me what I meant by that statement.
Wow.
Before they would let it go. Now, I don't know if you received it or not, but I hit this one thing that said to send it anyway, but I don't know if you got it. And it just blew my mind that they would actually be monitoring and censoring something that I would be saying to you over PayPal.
Wow. Well, thank you, brother. I'm not sure if I honestly have not tapped into the PayPal in about 3 or 4 days, so I'll check that. I'll see if I got the message. That is wild. That they would do that. That is wild. And by the way, didn't it come out that Trump, they only like backed up 50 people, special forces, like 50 miles? That's what they meant by pull out a little bit.
Oh yeah, actually, they haven't hardly moved anybody. They moved a few people out of the way, but there's a whole bunch of other people. And now Syria is actually fighting Turkey. Okay, this is all by design.
Yes.
Everything Trump is doing is by design, you know.
You see it.
And the reason why, see, the Kurds want to fight the Turks, okay? If Trump pulled out, then the Kurds won't likely want to fight the Turks so much, okay? So there's a lot of things going on here that nobody understands. And it just really upsets me when I hear, you know, the media blowing this shit up. And I shouldn't let it bother me because I know what's going on. But I don't know, when you get, it just gets emotional sometimes, I guess.
Yeah, no. Yeah, if you watch too much fake news, you start going down this path.
Oh, I refuse to. I won't even give them, I won't even turn the TV on anymore and give them the ratings.
Yeah.
You know, it's unbelievable. And, you know, it's really funny, this thing about Shepard Smith. It's almost like he must have been part of the 3-letter alphabet there.
There might have been.
Bill Barr was.
Yes, yes. Well, that's what we learned early on, that there's a lot of secure drops, a lot of media people that get an agenda, they get a payment, and then they kind of push that for the week or two. And that's the narrative. If you can get enough journalists from enough channels to kind of do that, then you got a good foothold in fake narrative. So maybe that was exposed on him. I'm speculating. It sounds pretty crazy what's going on. So we're gonna follow that one as it develops. But all right,
well, yeah, because it doesn't make sense, because he's actually fighting for the deep state on Fox News, and Paul Ryan is on Fox News now, who fired Trey Gowdy. Okay, so all this stuff that's going on, you know, back and forth. It's just I think there's fireworks going off that we can't even begin to smell.
Yeah,
you know?
Didn't they hire Donna Brazile as well?
Well, yeah, they hired Donna Brazile, but she was supposed to expose the plot, you know, when Nancy and them were going overseas, and he exposed that plot to where they were supposed to take him out so Nancy could become president. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. So supposedly Donna Brazile is the one that exposed all of that. And so the Fox News gig is her safety and repayment.
Unbelievable.
It's what I understood. So
crazy.
But anyway, I could be wrong. I'm just a nobody out here watching the fake media. So.
Oh, you're connecting the dots and you're putting it together.
All we got to go off of is the fake media, you know.
Right.
All we can make this conspiracy theory is the fake media. So. Anyway, guys, I'll let you know. Let somebody else give a call.
All right, brother.
And, keep working on this thing. We'll see you guys in August.
All right, EO. Yes. All right, brother. Thanks, EO2 Dave. We'll see you and talk to you real soon. Call back anytime.
All right, bro.
Airborne.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Airborne. Fantastic. What a guy, Dave, huh?
Awesome.
What a guy.
Yes,
He's been there
he
for a
is,
long time. Yeah.
Yes, we've been seeing his name, and nope, you're not a nobody, brother. You are just like us. You're listening, you're connecting dots, you're filling in the blanks, and you're logically thinking, which is about all
We're a
we can
team,
really
man.
do. You know,
Yeah, we're a team. We're a team. We're a team.
people
You know it.
people get mad or talk about Trump, and they just want him to quit tweeting. Well, the other option to Trump tweeting or being really transparent, I mean, they just turned over, I think, all his tweets to the record of Congress, folks. That's very public. That's very for the history books, for transparency. To instead of, you know, the media, of course, wants him to come out every morning to a podium, so when he's trying to talk about what he wants to talk about, they can shift it to Russia or Ukraine, phone call, impeachment, whatever. That's what they want. They don't want him to be able to talk cleanly and freely. They want to obstruct his talking and shove in their talking points. So by him tweeting every morning, all they can do is take his tweet, and now every talk show has his tweet behind them. Like, oh, Trump tweeted this morning at 4 a.m. Here's what he said. And then after they show it, they try to tell you this is what he really means and try to break down words in his tweet and twist it that way. They don't got much. The other option would be like Hillary, let's knock on her door and say, hey, can we get some of your emails back? You were here for 4 years. We don't have anything for the records of Congress or for the history book. Well, let me look through them. Give me some time. 8 months later, here's what I think you deserve. What do you want? You know, transparency or hidden servers and me telling you what's good for you. So.
Yeah, that cracked me up. You know, let me give it to you. Let me later on.
All right, we're gonna go for about. We're almost at the hour mark. We're gonna also this whole week.
Wow.
This whole week we're gonna try. We're gonna most likely be on by 8:15 to 8:30 in the morning. Like today, I think we shut off right about 8:30. And we will go till about 9:30. So we can get on at 8:15. If we can get on at 8:05, 8:10 tomorrow morning, and we're not in any kind of rush. Just depending on the morning flow, we'll be on sometime before 8:30. Let's put it that way. So it could be any time before 8:30. You guys will get the alerts. And then we're going to do call-ins every morning as well. So if we only get one call-in like EO2 Dave, I'm fine with that. That was a great phone call. He's a good man. A true patriot, from what I've seen and what he talks and what he, you know, when he's around and what he's saying. We do got another call coming, and we'll take this one here. New York.
All right. New York.
New York, you're on. This is a Patriot Hour. You got Mike and Woodman here.
Hey, Mike, how you doing? This is Harley Bob.
Hey, Harley Bob.
right.
I'm a veteran also.
Good. Good to hear you.
Thanks for your service. Yeah.
I spent 24 years, 10 months, and 14 days in 3 different branches of service.
Man.
I did 4 years in the Marine Corps, 10 years in the Army, and polished it up in the Navy Seabees.
Nice.
Loved every minute of it. I just got too old and worn out.
We understand that.
Yeah. Hey, the only reason I'm calling, I've been watching you guys, well, you, Mike, since the beginning. I don't know, I've been an observer of your channel for, I don't know, over a year. And you do a great job. I can't give you guys enough praise for the job you do. Woodman, I love you, brother. I did my gig with 9/11. I did the Operation Enduring Freedom thing, and that was back when they still rode horses over there. So, hey, I believe our president, I'm going to make this fast, I believe our president is well on his way to being reelected. And short of any kind of accident, that I think we're going to have a bright and glorious future. That's all I have to say. And Mike Woodman, keep up the good work.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Bye now. I'll talk to you guys later.
We just saluted you.
I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Harley Bob.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Yep.
I salute you. Hey, later.
All right, we'll talk to you
I
soon.
salute you too.
Call
Bye
in
now.
anytime. Thank you. Awesome. Harley Bob.
Right
that was
on.
awesome.
Right
Thank you for
on.
your service. Multi branches. CB, by the way, he finished up in the Naval CBs. That's a construction battalion. They'll build things, and a lot of times after these countries get devastated with natural disasters, the Navy CBs are there helping rebuild schools or shelters, right? You know,
Right.
and a lot of branches have
Right.
their own groups that do that. It's the Navies or the CBs, so I know that group. All right, Kathy Fields put CNN Cabal News Network. Yes, I've heard Clinton News Network. Cabal News Network. I agree. Watchful Warrior, great call. EO2. Yes, I agree. Great call. I don't know what was wrong with the messaging today. You guys don't see it above. It's like the vMix server is playing games. Let me try it again. Just even though we're here at the end of this episode, I just want to see.
Well, they like you so much, Mike.
Just having issues. It's wild. It's real wild. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, I just can't seem to.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow will be a new day on it. I can do this. I can always do this. Let me see. So there we go. We got Trump 2020. Let's do a quick shout out, everyone, where you're from today, this morning. If you're able to chat in the room, just put, maybe where you're, where you're at in the world today. Watch it work now, Melody Anna, MJM, Amen caller. Georgia, Mississippi. We got Carol Baker out of Mississippi, Aaron Bracken out of Oklahoma. I'm seeing Indiana, Eileen, Paris, Texas, California. So much love from Germany. Good morning, New York, Detroit, Michigan here. Ann from Alabama. Good morning, all. Belfast, Maryland, Kansas, Washington State, SoCal. Next to Camp Pendleton. Amy America. Janet M., Knoxville, Tennessee. Katie Gaddis.
Belfast.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Knoxville, Janet M., keeping an eye on the gold reserves, which aren't
Great
there.
people.
Las Vegas, New Orleans,
Malaysia.
Nowlands.
Malaysia. Wow.
Nowlands, St. Louis.
Malaysia. Check that out.
Sheesh.
Positive.
What was that? Malaysia? Where?
Malaysia. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Everywhere, brother. Everywhere. I have to look at my phone to see him here. Hit the thumbs up button.
I see Greater Cincinnati area. I'm living on the edge. I'm living on the edge in Cincinnati. WKRP. Remember that show, WKRP?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lonnie Anderson.
Ooh, hot too.
Terre Haute,
Yeah, man.
Terre Haute, Indiana. Terre Haute.
Yeah.
Janine Miller. It was Texas. That was Stephanie Lynn. Terre Haute, Indiana. Is the CD
Yeah,
place still
I
up
went
there? I think it
to,
was BMG. It was a Sony subsidiary. I used to work for Sony, and I was looking at paperwork one day, and it said Terre Haute, like they had a building there back in the day. Probably not so much today, but
yeah, I went to school down there. Rose Hallman. Boy,
I'm
you
showing
wanna talk
my
about
age.
tough school, man.
Folks, that I was only watching reruns of WKRP. It was not a live show by any means. Prime time. It was reruns. I was a kid, baby. I just remember.
Backing up, huh? Yeah.
They're saying I was showing my age. It was reruns, folks.
Yep.
That's funny. Johnny Fever, yeah. Cat Strat, or Johnny Fever. Did you guys get a copy of Epstein's Black Book? Yes, downloaded that. I missed that one.
Call in, man. Somebody call in.
I got it turned off, Woodman.
Oh,
we're right at the hour, yeah. We'll see tomorrow. We'll maybe get on a little earlier, go a little longer, whatever. But I went ahead and turned it off just because we were doing this little last minute. I remember Welcome Back Kata, somebody put. Now that was Woodman's show. He
Yeah.
that and Happy Days and
Oh yeah.
Joni Loves Chachi and
Oh yeah.
well, that a spin off to something.
Wow.
What was the one with the two ladies down in Milwaukee? They worked at the glass bottle company.
Oh, well, yeah, the beer.
Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah.
Laverne and Shirley. We're gonna do it always and always. Barney Miller. All right, let's do old shows. Go ahead and pop them in there. Barney Miller, that was a good one. Three's Company. John Trevor, Honeymooners. Now that's showing somebody's age there. Lenny and Squiggy. That's funny.
Yeah.
Squiggy. I have a Jump Street 21.
Honeymooners.
How about the Fall Guy? Simon and Simon. Magnum PI. Hardcastle and McCormick. Hardcastle and McCormick, Magnum PI. What was the Fantasy Island? The Love Boat. I Love Lucy. Taxi, Mork and Mindy. Nanu.
In the egg.
Didn't he drink milk with his finger or something?
I don't know. He's done so many crazy things. Robin Williams, what a guy. He's
MacGyver. Now that was my show right there. MacGyver. Falcon's Crest. That is hilarious. Archie, MASH, Dallas. MacGyver. A-Team.
Oh yeah.
EO2 Dave, I got you, brother. I'm going to be checking that once we put down the live stream here. I'll email you back. All good shows. Andy Griffith. Alf. The Equalizer. I used to like The Equalizer. Heart to Heart. That was funny. I was watching, what was I watching the other day? Yes, Dear. That's pretty funny. That was a pretty funny show. Yes, Dear. The brother-in-law or the whatever lived out back. The sister to the family, they lived in the back guest house. It was pretty funny. Caught a few of that. All right, we will shut her down. Remember, there's important dates. We got August 14th, 15th, and 16th that we could all be hanging out. No agendas. This is a Patriot Fest. It's going to be laid back. Just a chance to get to meet one another, do a live show with you guys. We have a pavilion Friday night out in the pavilion, live show. We're going to try for 2 days of live streaming. And just a great time meeting you guys. From there on out in the future, the second annual, third annual, we'll get feedback. We'll do things more and more as we grow. And we can come up with ideas of what would be great things to do for those couple of days that we're all together in real time. So
well, also remember, they got to try and be in touch with us one way or another about if they're going to come or not, because I have to make sure there's going to be plenty of food.
Yeah.
If stuff like that, if they run out of anything like that, they're going to be looking at me like, way to go, Wood.
Yeah,
you
we don't want
the
that.
ball on that one, you know.
Yeah, and like we said in the past on these, they've normally done things like hog roasts throughout the night, you know. This last year, I think it was sausage and corn. We want to make sure there's a variety for people that don't eat pork or, sausages. We want to make sure there's a beef alternative or whatever. So we got a whole 9 to 10 months to plan this. I'm going to get an email set up. You guys hold your horses, and then we're just going to, get a rough estimate. If you are planning on coming, it'll be a simple email telling us, you are. Again, it's 100% free. There's things to do there, as far as eating, the raffles, the fun events. It costs a couple of bucks here and there, but other than that, it's 100% free. So this is again going to be
your own drinks too.
Yeah, the beer gardens are, there's soda, water, beer garden, and the commander at the currently had already told us, if you're camping on the, there's not a big deal with bringing a cooler, your own coolers full of drinks, food, whatever you want to have for a couple of days. I'm just saying this last year, they're just different people and their different tastes and where, whatever. We want to make sure we have everything covered. So you work with us, we'll work with you, and we're going to have a great time. And we'll tell you more. Again, August 14th, 15th, 16th, Bristol, Indiana, American Legion Post 143, Charles Harker Post 143.
Yep.
This is where this is all going down. Again, we'll be in touch with you guys as much as you'll be in touch with us. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Look for some other videos today here shortly on the Patriot Hour. Pay attention for the drop, CNN, James O'Keefe, Project Veritas, Undercover. It's going to be huge, and we're going to be here to cater it all in. It's going to be an explosive news week. We're looking forward to it. I hope you guys are. A little bit of vindication coming with you to your friends or any family members that love and swear by CNN. The credibility is just falling out of the bottom of it. So, all right. Again,
quite correct. Yep, quite
brother,
correct. Woodman.
See you tomorrow morning on the right back here. Same bat channel, same bat time. All right, you guys. That's another show. The old Batman. Boom, bang, pow.
Yeah, zip, boom, bang.
Zip, bang, boom, pow, bang.
Keep your popcorn ready, people. I'm telling you what, it's like Mike said, there's going to be a lot of things coming out, a lot of crumbs, and it's just great, man, because we've been waiting for a long time, a real long time. I know a lot of people have been impatient. We all want to know or find out real fast, but like we've always said too, they got to make sure they have a ducks in a row. Such as this guy this morning, having people on the inside call him, and volunteer to wear a camera and da-da-da-da-da. It's coming out. It really is. I love it. I love it. Popcorn ready, people.
Yes.
Popcorn ready.
40,000 feet and descending. So it's coming, folks.
Oh, boy, you know it. You know it.
All right. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow morning. Again, keep fighting for your rights and don't give up anything to idiots. It's hard to get anything back from idiots once you give them something for nothing. They're just going to keep taking and taking and taking. So keep your free speech, keep your Second Amendment, and don't give an inch. All right. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
Peace out.
God bless. Have a great day.
Courier of his news, that we look for strength and assistance. Without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive.
Thank you.